All right, now we are live on Facebook.
Yay!
Actually, it says setting it up, so forgive me those of you who, if we are already live. It looks like we are going live now. Yes, beautiful, and we are live on Facebook.
Hi guys, welcome, yay. Hey, we got quite a few people now, that's cool. Yeah, we're just going to talk today about how we can help you promote your business, and today we are going to help you precisely about if we got some freebies and things that we can do with the promotions that people can do. So it's going to be a sort of very interactive type of deal. And so I'll just pass you on to Christine first.
Absolutely. I see that a number of you guys have joined us, so thank you for joining, Astrid and Angel and Leslie and Sally. So today we're trying out a new structure where we do a quick, just little introduction here, talk about the topic at hand as just the three of us here, and then we'll have people come in as panelists. If you guys want to come on video and chat and ask your questions, share your thoughts. So if you guys just want to write in the chat so that I know who wants to come up as panelist, you can go ahead and let me know there. And then as soon as we're ready to, I will bring you guys on. Just wanted to set that as sort of the ground rules, if you will. Perfect.
Great. Monica, what would you like to say? Monica's having a bit of camera trouble at the moment.
Yes, I'm afraid. It's the second time, I'm afraid. So it must be to do with changing the camera or laptop. But hi from London here, and I would like to say we are learning, we are listening to our beautiful members and trying different models, seeing what works best. And this time it's a bit more interactive, I guess, than we had the last time. So we are open to hear your suggestions, answer your questions, and make sure that everyone gets the best deal out of it.
Great. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're all about helping people promote their businesses. So what we thought that one day every week we would highlight somebody's business, and we would highlight what a bit about you, a bit about your spiritual awakening, and also what you do now, and maybe you come on live with maybe a free offer and also a paid offer. So we'd like to sort of know what you all think of that. And if anybody would like to be the first guinea pig. And also we're going to be, because we want to try and get to 1,000 members, so we can then do that zoning thing that we were talking about. We were thinking of offering some prizes. So we've got all sorts of different prizes that we could use, things like the conferences, or we could the retreats over here. We could give free wine tasting, herbs and things. And we thought what you guys would really like as maybe a prize for bringing more people on board. Maybe more publicity for you and your business, or whatever you'd like to do. So let's bring some people on. Yep. Who would like to come up?
Perfect. I know that Angel said she wants to, so here you go, Angel, coming on. And I know that Leslie said she wants to, so I'm going to go ahead and bring her up. So I see a few others here. If you do want to be promoted to panelists, just go ahead. You can either raise your hand or put it in the chat. I see Astrid and Sally specifically. Hi, guys.
Hey, hi, Angel.
Hello, hello.
Hi, Leslie.
Hi, Leslie. Hi, Nikki. Hi, Christine.
Hi, Leslie.
Monica. And everybody else.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, sweetheart. How are you?
I'm good. It's been a good day today. So
good stuff.
Yes, and just as you know how we all talk about how spirit guides you, this morning I was reading my Mother Mary cards, and I decided, I live in Essex in England at the moment. I only moved here a couple of months ago, and then lockdown happened, so it was quite interesting. But you know where you're supposed to be. And I decided that I'd go and find out sort of another walk today in this area. And as I'm walking up the hill to another little village, I just knew that the church that I was going to hit, which was a 15th century church, was going to be a Mother Mary church. And sure enough, as I walked into the graveyard, the sign for the Church of the Virgin Mary. So, and it was such a answer to a question that I'd asked this morning. To walk straight into that churchyard was like, yeah, okay, I got it. I heard you. I'm listening.
Well, you know, obviously that the church that overlooks our valley is the Church of the Mother Mary, don't you?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was a good day. So, and lots of things happened
Good
after
stuff.
that. By the way, Nikki, I spoke to Domingo today, and he said he will be coming to see you in September. He wanted me to tell you.
Oh, great. Yeah, he's already been twice, but anyway. Yes, he loves it there. Thank you. Yeah, we're going to be doing entrepreneurs. Okay, so what do you think about freebies and about promotions? What do you think of that idea?
I think it's a great idea. And
Right.
just that we have our parameters so that we all know what those are and what to get you and how to get you those things. I think those are awesome. Yes.
Okay.
And
do you think we should do maybe once a week and have a sort of I don't know, an interview? Do you think it should be an interview, or do you think it should be more you know how we're going to give, everybody's going to do those videos about themselves?
Yeah, the 2-minute ones.
No, how about you do it
as I really think that sorry, Leslie, if I walked over you.
That's okay.
I believe that with you, Nikki, and you're going to get your questions, or with Christine, to have those interview questions and have an interview, even if it's just 10 minutes, and then highlight the business and then have the freebies. I think that's excellent. And I believe it should be once a week. So it's like, every Tuesday. I mean, everybody knows when it's going to be.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah, I'm tending to agree with that too. And you could do it as a highlight of a member of the group.
Yes. Yeah.
So each week and you could even do it that you do a podcast beforehand, and that comes up, and then sort of that's there, and then people can view that, and then they can ask questions in the live in the week of things of that they have actually gained from the Q&A in the podcast, because that always brings up questions for people, and then they can tailor the question to themselves, but then they've got a greater knowledge of what people are offering. So there's lots of ways.
Yeah, so maybe we could post some who's coming on and what they do. So we could say to them, has anybody got any questions? And if you can't be there at the live, we can read them for you. Something like that. Okay.
Excellent.
Great.
Yes.
Hi, Sally. Good morning. Good evening. Good morning.
Hey, it's morning to me.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's dark outside already here. The fireflies have just arrived, so anyway, Sally, hi.
Hi.
That's a beautiful rainbow you've got there.
Oh, thank you. It's my virtual background. I was somewhere in the deep galaxy earlier today when I was teaching a class, so
nice.
Nice to change it. Yeah, I love the idea about the promotion day. To kind of and it helps all of us get to know each other. So
how long do you think it should be?
I'm sorry?
How long do you think it should be?
Oh, golly.
Anybody else? Any ideas? I mean, 15 minutes, half an hour?
15 to 20 minutes max. 20 minutes is max for anybody to watch anything online these days. 20 minutes is max. I just changed my whole show. So 15 minutes.
Yeah, I just finished a Zoom presentation and it was 20 minutes. I think more than that, and it's hard to get people to stay. And it's hard to get them to come initially because they're thinking, I don't have half an hour, so I'm not even going to participate.
Yeah, I mean, we could say that there's because if everybody comes with maybe a free offer and a normal offer, people would wait till the end for the free offer.
Yes.
Do you think that?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Something like that, yeah. Okay, right. We were thinking of, can we all brainstorm a bit as to, we'd love to get our members up to 1,000, okay, but we want real good quality members. We don't want to just, you know, get anybody. Because anybody can get anybody. We want somebody, you know, people who would really sort of like to participate, like to benefit. Has anybody got any ideas as to how we could do that? Well, let's go for how we can do that. And secondly, bearing in mind what we can actually offer people that they would like. Would they prefer things like a free entrance to the conference, or a wine tasting, or what do you guys think? Let's go through, and I'll go to Angel, then Leslie, then Sally. Okay. Okay, then Angel, go for it.
What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be picking from my Reiki students and start bringing people in. And I personally message them and say, hey, I've got a group and this group is amazing. I want you to come and check it out. So I'm handpicking, and then I have other groups because I have so many groups that I have. So that's what I'm going to personally be doing, is personally inviting them. But yet you're right. I need to know what they're going to get. I need a little bit, like 1-2 sentences that helps me to be able to just copy and paste that and say, this is why I want you in the group, because you are amazing, because this is amazing. And your opportunity might be blah, 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 blah. I don't, you know, when we come.
Do you think, would they be more interested in the business aspect of us helping them with their spiritual businesses? Or do you think they'd be more interested in helping them with the spiritual awakening process?
I believe most of my students, there's only like 1% of them that are actually doing this like I am full time.
Okay.
So it's more of a personal.
Yeah, it's a spiritual awakening thing. Yeah. So we need to sort of, we need to be more precise about what we do with our spiritual awakening things, I think.
Well, I don't know if it's precise. That's not it, Nikki, because everybody's wanting whatever. And especially like I go off the cuff and go off on all these tangents, and that's what they seem to like a lot. And I do have some structure, but I don't want you to get, because I think you might be getting like, oh, I have to come up with this all. And the thing is, the spirit will give it to you and you'll know. But I mean, Leslie's going like this. So you agree. It's just like, don't get, because I did that for years too. And then I wake up and I don't want to talk about that.
Yeah, the energy of Nikki, the energy of the planet's changing. All those people that sort of have been putting masses and masses of things out there on Facebook, on their Facebook lives, their, you know, join my challenge and all this, you know, like you get bombarded with it sort of thing. This pandemic has been the sort of cutoff point for people to actually go from one side of the fence to the other. And if you kind of get that structure to be, oh, we're offering this and this is all what we're offering, you're kind of going into old news. So like Angel said, we are now moving into a totally new dimension. This is what this is all about. And so therefore it's going to grow ergonomically. We are going to nurture it. And yes, there'll be some people that sort of are ready for that and they will bring other people in. But there'll also be other people that sort of like will, you know, tap into something that they see for that period. Then they might disappear, but then they'll come back with other people. So it's going to grow it's going to grow in a way that is beneficial to the planet and the energy growth of the planet at the moment.
Okay.
Thanks, guys.
That's cool. That's cool. No, absolutely. I mean, the thing about everything is that you've got to be sort of organic, and you've just got to be able to go with the flow, you know, and, you know, but you've got to know how to go with the flow, because you could go up the flow instead of down the flow. But and
the other piece about numbers, I mean, like Angel said, I have been handpicking the people I've gone through my list that I've sent invites out, and I have been doing that too. And the other piece is that sort of as you get the group up, there's going to be, you know, because Facebook has its rules, there'll be a cutoff point. Now you can either create, you know, sort of the piece. Well, that's what everybody's been doing. I've had groups that I can't join that are close friends. Yeah.
Really? I thought groups can go multiple.
No, there's sort of, they've been saying, no, you can't have it. So whether or not they'll change it, I don't know, but that's been happening. So there are also going to be people that sort of, you know, will naturally drop off.
Yeah. Okay.
And it's the piece of that, so long as you're holding the space with the intention, with your why, and the how will take care of itself in lots of ways.
Great. Okay,
I just
Sally.
want to say real quick while we're there, before we pass on to lovely Sally, is that Angel and Leslie, the messaging that you guys both shared, I think that you know this already, but it was very timely for this moment in time for the group, because we're already seeing these kinds of things start to happen where the magic is happening where it is intended to happen. And there are some people who have elected to leave the group because there's a little friction between what they are feeling and their energetics and what's showing up in the group. And like you said, that's okay. And it's brilliant that you guys are picking up on that energy and showing up right there with us. So thank you for sharing that, I have to say.
Yeah. And then after Sally, we'll go to Monica.
Yeah. I mean, I think the frequency of the energy is so basic to everything we're doing now and how things are evolving. And it's what Nikki was saying when we talked the other day, that you know, we want to be able to reach as many people as we can, and people are going to resonate differently. You know, somebody might like something that Angel does and not like what I do, or vice versa. And we want to be that forum to offer everything to them, so that people who are searching will find us, and we're there and we can offer it to them as they come to us, right? So that it's a kind of a natural growth for them as they come through the process, because there may be somebody who are at different stages in their journeys, and we want to be welcome to everybody.
Yeah. And also, I think, just to jump in onto that, Sally, is Nikki, you've put the beacon up. You have lit the torch to the energy. So therefore, that has already activated the energy in lots of people to be directed to this group, because that's how energy works. Energy, you know, it attracts. So people will be attracted to that light.
The vibrational field equals. I was just talking to my hairdresser, who is also my Reiki master, and I said, you're coming to Italy and you're going to do the crystal combs, because she does the crystal combs, and you're going to bring all the crystals and the different crystals, and you're going to be cutting hair and doing hair at these retreats with crystal combs and doing these amazing things with hair. And she goes, she goes, I'm in full of chills. I'm there. And I said, you're going to be in the group. So do you see?
That's so cool, though. That's really cool. I've never heard of crystal combs.
Oh, they're awesome. It is a vibration in your crown chakra that you will have those crystal combs, and and it's very slow because they're crystals, but it's a comb.
Wow. Yeah, I definitely want to have a go at that.
Yeah, and there's different ones. She has all different kinds, you know, like moldavite. No, don't put moldavite on my crown chakra. Don't do that. You know, moldavite, that will take you anyway. So it's organic. It's gonna. So I didn't mean to interrupt. Sorry, Leslie, but I got excited.
No, I'd finished. It's a continuation of what I was saying. So yeah, that's how it feels. It feels as though you were the one that was, you know, lit the match, lit the torch, and the energy field required it, and the rest is all going to come in organically. And, you know, each person is doing their bit. So, you know, it's the whole piece, you know, 1 + 1 is 2, 2 + 2 is 4, 4 + 4 is 8, etc., etc., etc.
Because we're going to have some superb things over there. I mean, I was telling somebody earlier, I don't know if any of you guys have heard or done the, what's it called, Pandora Star, you done a Pandora star? It's a light machine that shines on your third eye, yeah. And it lets you go traveling, and or you can do healing. It's all sorts. And Michael, the shaman guy I know, he does it. And you go on these incredible, if you've never done it, you've got to do it. It's so fun.
I've done the energy capsule sort of that takes you on journeys in that town in Massachusetts. I can't think what it's called. But I did that one, and you kind of, it was sort of like an energy field, yeah, that you put in. I don't know if any of you, but as I say, it's in a little town in Massachusetts. I did last year, which was fabulous. So it's kind of like the same thing. You get taken on these journeys.
Yeah, wow. Okay, Monica, what would you like to say, sweetheart? Would you like to say anything?
I forgot to unmute myself. Sorry. No, I'm just still thinking about that crystal comb.
I know.
In the land of dreams about crystal combs. I would love to thank Nikki for creating this beautiful platform, beautiful group of people, souls, and light workers sharing energy and just making sure that we are going to do something meaningful for the world. And I'm not using the word probably, I'm not overestimating. We are quite a global platform already, and it's only been 6 weeks, I believe. Nikki, is it 6 weeks?
Wow, yeah, it seems much longer. It seems like it was forever, or maybe it was, you know. I'm sure in another life, in the parallel lives that we have, or people, something that, you know, yeah, it's amazing.
It's amazing for me. Yeah, exactly. And I'm just hoping, I'm getting to that point where I would love to share what we have, that energy, that beautiful energy, and all those beautiful things we can do for people who are not even on a spiritual journey, tapping to that market who needs us, but doesn't know where we are yet. So that's where I think I'm getting impatient to sort of spread the word and make sure everyone benefits. That's my little 5p to add. 1 penny to add. I think that's the word.
Does anybody on the chat wants to come up and be a panelist? Because we were discussing beforehand, you know, that we were going to have this exciting idea that we were going to be every, maybe Wednesday, we would interview one of our members and have them member of the, you know, an interview, and it was going to be half an hour, and they were going to be able to give a free offer at the end, and we would talk about a little bit about how they have their spiritual awakening process and what they do, and then a free offer. So if anybody else has got something that they would love to share or come on and be a panelist for a little bit.
What does Deanna say? She says, I like the organic concept. Also possible, consider keywords, collaboration, what does that mean? What, it's in the chat box? What is?
Yeah.
I think that was from the beginning when we had the.
Oh, okay.
So it looks like Deanna, she did comment just a couple moments ago, like Angel said,
oh, sorry.
And talk about this organic flow, but also bringing in keywords. Such that people know that that we're open and kind of creating collaborative experiences. I see the word reinventing here, which is really interesting because I think that resonates with what Leslie and Angel were saying at that point where we're saying like everything that's happening right now, because there's so much that's bombarding. This is different from that. And I know sometimes there's some tension there being a little different from that space, but if we stand in that truth and fully understand it and put a lot of clarity and own it the way Deanne is saying, I think that's what I'm seeing her say here. It's owning that idea of creating a whole different kind of space and then letting people know that that's what we're doing. Deanna, feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, if that's not what she meant. She says you're expressing well. So there we go.
Yes, because Deanna's going to be helping us with our videos and things, which would be very great, especially when we do these conferences and when we do the retreats. Obviously, that'll be really fun. I'm just so looking forward to the crystal cones and the Pandora star. And I'm already there.
It's an awesome sensation. In fact, I have to leave pretty soon to go go get my hair cut, and she's going to do it. A whole treatment. It's a whole, oh, it's a beautiful treatment, conditioning. So, but I wanted to bring up, I hope I didn't interrupt, Christine, because I have the whole thing, and maybe it's in here, but I have to read all this, is hashtag. They just showed me that. There must be a hashtag. So whenever, Christine, let's just write that down, that we're going to come up with like 2 or 3 hashtags that we always, whenever we write anything, we hashtag it to bring more people in.
Great.
Yeah, that's how it works. On any post, if you put the hashtag, then that you get known for the hashtag. But the other piece is that by utilizing the hashtag, it then gets put into other people's domains. And so that organically grows your audience as well.
Great.
So maybe Italy retreat, or, I don't know. Yeah,
Spiritual Awakening Circle, maybe, as well, obviously one of them.
Yes.
Yeah, I know it's a bit long, but
no.
I just wanted to say that I've had a lot of people who are in love with the name Abruzzo Borgo. So that adds a lot of intrigue and like sort of this like, ooh, ah.
Most people don't know what it is, though.
No.
Most people haven't even heard of it.
It gets them curious about it. That curiosity is the stuff.
We know it's Italy.
Okay.
I didn't know what it was, but it got me to look. It's intriguing.
Totally. Hello.
Yeah, we know it's Italy.
Totally. Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hi, Astrid. We can't see you.
No, I can't see myself either.
Oh, welcome to the No Camera Club.
But it looks like, Astrid, that you, if you want, did you want, I can ask you to start video here, and then you can.
Okay, hold on.
I just clicked a button that said I asked you to. Yeah.
There she is. There, you're one upon Monica.
Where's Astrid? Where's Astrid out of? Where do you live?
London, Angel. North London.
Yay! I'm from Phoenix, Arizona.
Yes. Oh.
Yeah, we're international over here.
Yes, absolutely. But I'm sure you will hear by my accent, I'm French. So I quite like your ideas, because initially I had a lot of resistance. Nikki, you remember my
It's no problem.
No pressure.
And now she's a panelist. Now she's a panelist. There you go, you see. That's from 0 to 100, you see.
Absolutely. Because I agree with you, Angel. I was part of so many groups before. So I agree with you. Now I am at a level, I want something that really goes beyond what I've been doing. And I think now we've been through all of this. There is no time to do this, to repeat, regurgitating the same thing. It's just now go for it all the way to the highest level. So, and then when you mentioned Abruzzo,
Borgo.
Yes, I was like, yes, that's right. I am meant to be there.
Oh, great. Well, the energy here, sweetheart, is incredible. And when we were getting all these people who are really, highly spiritual, so they're nadis, all spinning and wonderful with energy, it makes people feel a hell of a lot more. Yes. I mean, I've been, having this and that and the other, and just absolutely amazing experiences just being here. So when you guys come, and then there's going to be all these really spiritual people, it's going to be like Disneyland, spiritual Disneyland. So I'm looking forward to it.
I am looking forward to that, because when many come together with the same spirit, can you imagine what else is possible that we haven't yet experience? So yes, I am totally looking forward to that.
Good. Yeah, I'm here on my own at the moment. Well, I'm not here on my own because there's so many spirits and things. It's just ridiculous. But then there'll be some people. and then to be really good. I just want to be here. So when you guys actually do a, if we do a circle or something, it's just so amazing, because the Church of the Mother Mary is obviously overlooking us. It just brings in these most incredible energies. So anyway, that's
awesome. Leslie, are we all friends on Facebook? Everybody? I know Monica, Christina, I am.
I don't think
Yes.
I am with Christina, Nikki, and Monica. I don't think I am with you.
Okay. If you can find me.
Yeah, I can find you. I can have a go.
You can have a go. I love that. Okay.
Oh, we're clapping again.
Yeah, because a lot of you will be in the lot.
Oh yeah, we've got Astrid. We've got the clapping outside too. I can hear it. I suddenly thought, what's that?
Yes. Apart from my son.
And somebody jumps into the photograph.
Oh, that was my son. Seriously, he just can't help himself. So I was going to say also, I've been canvassing for new members, but I really wanted some quality of people that I knew would want to be committed and would want to do this as well, but from a very different level. So I have actually asked 2 other therapists. So hopefully.
Oh, great. Well, thank you very much for that. Yes, I'm just absolutely blown away with the quality of people here. I mean, it's just, I keep getting these lights everywhere. I don't know where that's lights coming from. Anyway, never mind. Before I had the circles, now I've got the shines. I don't know. It's really anyway. Yeah, I know. Anyway, maybe it's the spirits. There's so many of them around here that gosh. Last time I had a round, a couple of round ones. Now I've got a line. Anyway, never mind. I've got to stop looking at myself. Actually, I can't stand looking at myself. Get myself off.
You and I.
Right, that's much better.
We all do that. I'm looking at the red shine. Don't worry.
You stop that, Nikki. You're beautiful in all ways, Nikki.
No. I've moved myself off to the thing. I can't stand it. Yeah. But. When I was doing my real estate thing, I was actually on things like House Hunters and A Place in the Sun and that sort of thing. And everyone was all excited to see the episodes and things. And I haven't seen any of the episodes full, not any of them, because I just don't like seeing myself on television. I always think I'm much more beautiful than I am. But anyway, yeah. So we've decided about this thing. Can I just go through you all and ask if, for example, we were to give, prizes out, okay, for things. What is the things that would resonate most with people? Is it things like, go on, Angel.
For me, it would be a time with Leslie or Sally or Monica or Astrid, if they offer like a coaching or they work with angels or they, something, I don't know, they're a medium or having a reading, or Christine, if, even video with Deanna, maybe I need that for my business. Wine tasting, those things don't,
No.
I've never drank. I don't like drinking. I've never liked it. It doesn't serve me. But any of that stuff, but there's a lot of people that you should keep that in there. But for me, it's more, I want to get to know you, Nikki, and what can you help my soul and help me to grow.
Angel, I love you.
I know. She's such a spark, isn't she?
And I love that idea that you just said, Angel, because I think it's important for me then to be able to help you promote your business, because I've experienced it.
Yes.
Say, oh my gosh, you would not believe how amazing she is. You have to go. I think that's crucial, because then we have the passion behind it instead of going, yeah, we should talk to her. Now we know.
Because that's the whole piece, isn't it? Sorry, that personal recommendation of being able to, and it's not necessarily the person that you speak to that it's the message that you're giving is actually for, but that person, if they hear your passion for what you've received and they then give that to somebody else, our message has gone out and the job that we were all given to be here to do is being dealt with and being given to everyone else.
Yeah, and Leslie, I keep thinking of what you said earlier about, you know, that Nikki lit the beacon. And for 6 weeks, I've been doing these little mini coaching sessions through Zoom. And I always end it, and the premise is that we should be beacons of light for our families, our communities, and our world. And, you know, that's what happened. You know, somebody lit that beacon, and now we've all seen it, and we're responding to that energy. And
Yes,
if we can then light the beacon and spread it to even more people, that's the goal.
Great.
Absolutely. And going back, you know, because I've just moved back to England, it reminds me of when the, I think it was the Queen's Diamond Jubilee, and each village actually lit a beacon. And to light the beacon for the next village, they had to wait to see the beacon. Now that was numerous years ago, but all these villages, I remember being here at the time, all these villages have still got those beacons as a reminder of what they did as a village. And people, when you talk to them, oh yes, our village, and since that we've created this in the community, we've created that in the community. So it's that whole piece of bringing people together by lighting up what you are talking about with passion.
Yes.
So that it then reverberates like sound, you know, and that ripple on a pond.
Do you think that, say for example, I don't know, say for example, Leslie, you were doing, I don't know, something, you gave a freebie out, and you gave, and say Monica won. Do you think it would be good if we actually taped that, the actual whatever you were going to do, or do you think it's better private?
I think, well, personally, because you know, I think if you taped it and then gave it out, stuff that comes up that's personal to the person is
too personal.
You know, you need to be able to allow somebody to have trust in being able to express what they come up with. Yes, they can ask you questions before they choose to go, which is always the way anyway. But to be honest, I think it's the passion that comes from the person that's recommended you. We've all had readings. We've all had healing sessions from people. And, you know, we all have a soul group. We all have our own tribe. But those, like a pie chart, you know, those tribes overlap. So for some people, you know, you will be firmly in that pie, that part of the pie. For other people, they'll be firmly in that part of the pie, and then there'll be that group that's in the middle. And yes, sometimes, you know, you'll refer somebody and it won't be their energy, their tribe, but they will still get something out of it. And, you know, I have never come across anybody that said, you know, I didn't benefit from what I experienced. It may be that they don't choose to go and have further work with that person, but it sparks something in them that they go and have further work with somebody else.
And I think too, Sally, did you want to say something?
I was just going to say, and even that experience where maybe the energy isn't completely resonating is useful, because maybe I know somebody else who would really resonate with that. You know? So it's still valuable. It's so incredibly valuable to have that experience.
Absolutely. Yes. And I really believe that when we do these things, that it's a requirement that you give a testimonial. And then also one of the things that I don't know how you guys are going to do this with the Zoom, but you leave it open and say, has anybody met with anybody else and would like to share what their experience is? Because we do this on my networking, and I have like 30, 40 people on the line on a Zoom call, and they'll open it up, and I have seen like 2 people in the group, and they'll say, hey, I saw Angel this week. She gave me a great reading, and, you know, I understand this, and we did some Reiki or whatever. But I'm going, so you see, so that testimonial goes out to 30 people, and then people start to IM me saying, hey, what exactly do you do? So Nikki, I don't know how you're going to create a testimonial place
No, you know how I was explaining that we're going to have the website out soon. So we're going to have all our members, you know, that if they want to, they can do this 2-minute video, then they're going to have a bit about them, and then they're going to have this. And then underneath that, we could have a testimonial section where so-and-so did this for so-and-so member won, you know, so for example, Monica won a thing from Angel, and this is her testimonial. I mean, that could be really good. And then when somebody else who was maybe Monica's friend, and they were looking, she says, oh, we've done this group, this is the website, and they go and actually see that. That's what we're doing with the spiritual books and things like that. It's all about people getting to know people, the other members. So it's all about building up this sort of community. So yeah, we could put it under there.
And then the other aspect of that is, you know, you've been on my show. Christine's getting ready to be on the show. Monica's getting ready to be on the show. And I'm going to be doing once a week, showing that live on your page. We can also, that brings more people. And then I'm sure there's other members that have podcasts and radio and then we can do the same thing with the business too, and say, oh, you need to go and watch this podcast. She's awesome, or whatever.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's all about, creating this community, this sort of communal ecosystem. No, it's not. But I always call it a business ecosystem. That's what I want to create, is a business ecosystem. I don't know if that's actually correct. Is that correct?
Is there correct?
Yeah, right.
Okay, it's Nikki's business ecosystem.
Hey, that's what you wanted. That you go for it, girl.
Well, that's what was really just coming across as we're talking here. And I love that idea of the overlapping, it's almost like the Venn diagram overlap. And as we get more people who are engaging with one another here, then you just build and build and build. You've got this little cluster, and then you add on and have this cluster and this cluster and this cluster, and then it continues to build outward. And then it really is, I think ecosystem is the perfect word for that, because we're developing this community that creates nourishment for all the different pieces of it, create nourishment for one another. And it's almost this like self-sustainable ecosystem that's continuing to grow and allow others to come in and contribute and get that nourishment, etc. All that's frequency specific too, because as we said, we're using a great deal of care and intention to bring in the people who are being part of this. So.
Great stuff. Yay. Okay, well, wow. Yes, we've done more than our 30 minutes or whatever. Has anybody else got anything to say before we go? We'll obviously take all these points on board, and we'll be able to do it next week straight away. Go for it, girls. Yeah.
Okay, Sally, I got you. I'm going to look you up because you gave me your middle name. Thank you.
Okay,
Yeah, thank you.
I think I sent you a request, Angel, and Christine and Astrid. I didn't know how to find you.
Oh.
So if
We don't have your last name, honey.
Oh, Mirabelle, hold on.
Put
It's
it in
a
the
fruit.
Put it in the chat for us, please.
Voila.
Thank you.
Mirabelle. That's a beautiful name, isn't it? Mirabelle.
It's a fruit.
yes, plum.
Yes.
Sally, I love your peacock, Sally, as well.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes. Have you seen her peacock?
Beautiful. Yes, it's beautiful.
Is that your spirit? Is that your spirit animal?
No, I just like
Peacocks.
blingy stuff.
Yeah, I love blingy stuff. I'm an
It's all
absolute
about the
magpie.
shine. It's about the shine.
Absolutely,
Yes.
shine. Yeah, that's shine. That's Angel's motto is shine. So,
Shine on. Shine on.
Yeah, absolutely. Great stuff.
Yes.
Okay then, guys, if nobody else has got anything, we will say goodbye for now, and we will see you all soon. So we'll see you on the boards and things. It was lovely that you came on. Really, really appreciate it,
Yes,
guys.
I
Really appreciate
You're
it.
welcome. Thank you.
Kindly.
Take care,
Bye.
everybody. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Good